everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here. And welcome to another Makers with Heart Mystery Envelope Challenge. This month, Amanda sent out the mystery envelope, and she had some fun rules here. So we've got a point system going on, and she wants us to create a perfect 10. And there are certain things that earn points and certain things that take away points. So our papers are from Lifesahoot and also a piece of gold shimmer trim. I'm going to loosely follow pattern number 1 from Make It From Your Heart volume 4. And I'm going to start with a piece of black cardstock. So black and white is free. There's no point. So I'm cutting that at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then my next layer is this piece from Lifesahoot, and I'm cutting that down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have mostly papers from Lifesahoot, but a couple from the mixing collection. Okay, so I'm just cutting these pattern papers according to the patterns. So there's several strips of pattern paper involved with this. So I'm just kind of looking at the patterns and what I want to be shown on my card front. So I'm just trimming them all down. And I wind up shuffling some of them around because the glacier color, I had a couple pieces next to each other and I wanted them to be separated. So I'm just trimming all these down, and later on they'll all be dovetailed. Okay, so go ahead and trim this one down. And the opposite side, I can use that one. And we'll just keep going according to the pattern. So all of the Makers with Heart received the same supplies, and make sure you click on the playlist at the end of this video or in the description below to see the cool things that everyone did with all of these supplies and the point system. So that's a fun challenge, Amanda. So be sure to check that out. So this is the last one, and then I realized that the glacier was going to be next to the other glacier one, so I switched everything around. So kind of thinking about it, and we'll swap them around. So the stamps that I'm using are from the current stamp of the month. It is called Frosty Days, and you can get this stamp set for $5 with any $50 purchase, or if you're a VIP, you can get it for free with a $50 purchase. You still have a few more days to get this set. It's only during the month of January, so be sure to check that out. And I'll make a list of all the supplies that I'm using with links in the description below. Okay, I think that's going to work. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim down my shimmer trim. So I'm going to cut that at 4 1/4, and then I decided to trim it in half. Okay, because I'm going to use this zip strip as well. Okay, so an easier way to make it easier to trim your shimmer trim down in your trimmer is to put a little adhesive on the back of it so it stays put while you're trimming it. Okay, now I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to use this cute little penguin and the trees. So my sentiment comes from an older stamp set called Winter in a Bottle. It was a small sentiment that says warm winter wishes, and it worked for me. This is from a special that set that came during a sale. I think it was in the summer. So I don't think it's available, but just go through your stash and see what kind of sentiments you have available. Okay, so now I'm doing my little checklist here. I'm creating a winter theme project, so I get 3 points for that. I'm going to use the gold thread, so I'm going to get 2 points for that. And then there's 1 point per embellishment, so you'll see me do that at the end. And then 1 point per stamp set used. So I'm using 2 stamp sets, so I get 2 of those. And then we're going to take off for a few techniques. So I've colored in, and I've fussy cutted all those images. And so I'm going to minus 2 points for each of those for coloring and fussy cutting. And then you'll see later on what else I do here. Okay, so I'm just kind of laying everything out on my card front because I want to figure out where to stamp my sentiment. Make sure I have room. Got a lot going on with this card. So I'm going to stamp out Warm Winter Wishes in black ink. And then I'm going to use the tiny snowflake stamp from Frosty Days. And just stamp a few of them around my background, just random stamping. And then here's a technique that I'm going to wind up taking a point off for, but I want to do it. So this is the white gloss spray, and I'm just taking the sprayer out of the bottle and then tapping it lightly so I can kind of create a snow background with this white gloss spray. Okay, now we can start assembling, and it's just basic assembly. I'm going to use Tombow tape runner. Put down my black background, and then the lifesahoot that I've stamped my background, making sure it's completely dry first before I turn it over. That gloss spray, once it sticks to something, it sticks. So, and then I'm just going to line everything up, and before I put the zip strip down, I'm going to add some gold thread. Okay, so I get 2 points for using gold thread. So I'm just going to use some glue dots and place them on the back of the zip strip. And then I'm going to wrap my gold thread around it. And I apologize, some of this is off camera, but I want to keep it in. So to get rid of the kinks from packaging on the gold thread, just run it along your bone folder and that'll flatten it out. And then just start with the glue dot and just start wrapping. So just wrapping it around and making sure everything's adhered. And then I'll trim off the excess. And I'm going to lay things out on my card front just to be sure I'm going to have enough room for the trees and everything at the top of the card. And then I can always trim my banners and make them shorter if I have to fit them. Okay, I think that's going to work. I'm going to set that up. And then I'll add that gold shimmer trim. And then I'll add all of my dovetailed banners at the bottom according to the pattern. Okay. All right, and then above I'm going to add the trees. And just kind of layering everything in. And then I'll pop the penguin with some thin foam tape. And then I'm going to check my points, and I need 6 more. So you get 1 point for each embellishment. So I've got these gold glitter gems, and I'm going to scatter 6 of them around my card front. So one's going to go on the penguin's hat, and then I'm going to have 5 scattered all around so that I get my 10 points. Making sure, adding everything up, and we're good. Oop, need 1 more, and then we're good. So this was a fun challenge. I'm excited to see what everyone else has done with their points. So there's my finished card. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And don't forget to click on the link to see everyone else's videos. And thanks for watching.